Welcome back to episode 2 of Sequence 78 on the Orange Television Network. Starting off today's episode, I'll be interviewing Peter Lauer, one of the industry's most prolific directors, and we're also bringing you a live musical performance from Stealing Science.
I'm gonna cry on this one, so you better get it.
Professor Peter Lauer, how are you today? Thank you for coming on.
I'm great. It's a pleasure to be with you, Henry.
It's your first year here at Syracuse University. How are you enjoying it so far?
Well, I'm loving it here in ways that maybe other people don't quite appreciate so much because I'm coming from the Southwest and I love rain. And my wife tells me as of today that this is the rainiest city in America. More than Seattle is Syracuse, and I love it. It's exotic.
You love the rain.
Yeah.
Um, transitioning a little bit, going back on into your early life, where did your affinity for filmmaking and directing come from?
So I had I grew up in the boondocks. I grew up in like outside of the farm town of 300 people, like nowhere. And yet I had a neighbor who was a gangster, moved in next door, who had a hand in summer stock theater. So when summer stock companies would come from Toledo, Ohio, which is a big city away from me, he would have the actors come over and he'd throw a barbecue. A wonderful guy, gangster, but a lovely, benevolent guy. He would throw these barbecues for the neighborhood and have actors from Jesus Christ Superstar do a couple numbers. You know, that was my access to entertainment, performance as a kid, and I think it stuck with me somehow.
Were there any specific TV shows or movies early on that were pivotal in shaping
Monty Python
Monty Python?
is the best. And John Cleese was just here in town, and I missed him because he was doing a Q&A after a screening of Monty Python and the Holy Grail, which I've seen 70 times. And I can't sit in this movie again to stay up way past my bedtime to hear even John Cleese, my hero. So I didn't see him. But Monty Python was one of my favorite shows. And then all these weird shows that were on UHF back in the day before cable. Mary Hartman, America Tonight, like bizarre SCTV, any weird, comedy thing I would watch as a kid after my parents went to sleep, and the old movie.
Professor Lauer, can you tell us, a little bit about your time at university? Was this a pivotal turning point in realizing what you wanted to do in your career? I mean, what were your sentiments like at university?
I've wanted to be a professor since I was a child, before I had anything to teach. And it was because there was a movie, a play, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? And in the movie, which I saw before I ever saw a play, the opening sequence is you're on a class, it looks like Syracuse. You're on a classic, cobblestone brick, green, college green. This couple are walking away from a late night faculty party. Basically, they're crossing the green. Beautiful music is playing, and it sets up this story of the most horrible marital relationship you could possibly imagine. And yet somehow, to me, even as a kid, probably because of my parents, that I was like, that I want to do that later on. And that as you know, time went on, my career progressed. Of like, I have something to teach. I want to teach, and that's why the opportunity came along 15 years ago, and I started just teaching here and there, and snowball.
Looking back at your first job at the beginning of your career, what was the entertainment industry like during the time?
My first job
Was it at MTV?
I went to MTV when MTV was basically new, and no one knew what they were doing. And I had I actually left college. I had like 2 classes left to graduate. I left college, go to this internship in New York. I never wanted to go back. And the at MTV at that time, even as an intern, if you had an idea they liked, they would let you go make it. So I was running around. I was an unpaid intern running around directing stuff for MTV, and just became enamored with making things, So in those days there were only about a half a dozen of us in this particular department. We made all of the packaging of the channel, and then each of us would moonlight directing music videos. So they dovetailed. So we would like make the channel, and we also make the content for the channel, and it was a free for all. So you could do whatever you want. So every job that I went on, my ethos was that if I get behind the camera and do something I never did, and just experiment. And so that's what my first job was like, was just experimentation.
Can you tell us a little bit about, some projects you've worked on in your career? Perhaps some favorite ones, some highlights, tell us the worst ones if.
I've made a lot of crap, but I've made some good stuff, and the stuff I'm really proud of are like Knock 'Em in the Middle, Arrested Development, Emily in Paris most recently, Scrubs, and Gilmore Girls, and there's a guy, a writer out there, that one, it's big minute thing right now. Leslie, who did Pushing Daisies? That guy. Oh, Strange Little Candy. Yeah. So yeah. So early in my career, I was in New York doing a lot of weird cable stuff. I was doing a lot of comedy stuff for Comedy Central, which is brand new. I mean, I was actually working with Comedy Central before they were even called Comedy Central. And so I did comedy specials, and I wound up getting a recommendation to go meet this new trio of comedians who were trying to pitch a show. And it was called Strangers with Candy, and it was Paul Dinello, Amy Sedaris, and Stephen Colbert. And so I go meet them, and I read their pilot script, and it was like the funniest. This is the funniest script I've ever read. And so I begged them to hire me, and I wound up doing the majority of this series. I went for like 3 years, Strangers with Candy, that nobody saw, except every comedian in America knew this show, and to this day that show pays benefits. I was doing a season of this show with who's the guy on Uncoupled? Who was the lead of that? Names,
Yeah.
But anyway,
So
so I'm working with, he's an actor you would know if I could think of his name. Anyway, he was like I came in as a replacement director because the guy who was supposed to do the finale of the series had to go do a movie, and so they called me at the last minute. I came in, and I go and he thinks I'm the guy he'd been talking to on the phone all along, but I was not. And then when he found out that I wasn't that guy, he was kind of skeptical of it. And I'm like, so a couple of days went by, it was kind of a little chilly relationship. And then somebody told him that I had done Strangers with Candy, and he was like all over. Like that show for no one even knows it, but it's seminal to comedian will know.
Something I really want to talk to you about, as I'm sure a lot of our viewers want me to talk or ask you about, is Emily in Paris and working with Lily Collins. What's it like being on the set of that show? I mean, give us a little bit of a director's exclusive. This is a very, very popular show.
You wouldn't know, but Lily's she's 8 feet tall, so it's really hard to make her look like she's diminutive with her co-stars. But besides, that's all Landling, But that show has been a absolute gift. I mean, it's wonderful because it's well written. I mean, actually, so I asked when I first did it, I went to my dog park. I was living in Los Angeles at the time, so I go to my dog park, and I was friends with many older women who were there during the daytime because they were retired, and when I'm not working, I've got my days to myself. And they were like, "Oh, Emily in Paris, we loved it." It was definitely the first season. They said, "Like, what did you like about it?" Oh, the costumes. So the costumes, like really the star of the show, or the costumes and the locations. But to work on it it's the people, the crew are fantastic. They're French and Spanish, and they're artists. I mean, not knocking American crews who are pros and like know what to do, but there's a different aesthetic. They really care aesthetically about what they're doing over there in a different way. So then it had a lot of a large budget for a French show. So I was working with the sound mixer from Roman Polanski's films, and the A camera operator from Amelie, and the camera operator who had done like the Tour de France, the guys who stand on the motorcycles in Tour de France, those guys, like really fabulous artists and crafts people, and fun. Like when you rap on Emily, when you rap on Emily, they sing. They drink and they sing. It's a great place to be.
Mhm. How do you deal with, actors and producers, executives, etc., that you don't want to work with? What are sort of principles that you
Well, usually that's mutual. so, so it doesn't
It
last.
really is mutual?
Oh yeah, I mean,
There's no facade that you have to play at times, or
no, I mean, there's either you hit it off with the situation or you don't. And there are situations I had this period of time where I would drop into a show and like never want to go back. And not that they wanted me back, no. I did a puppet show. I did a puppet show called Greg the Bunny. Greg the Bunny was a cable access show in New York, like done for these don't even exist anymore, but like done for nothing. These two guys make hysterical show about behind the scenes on a children's puppet show, and the puppets are all reprobates. It was really funny. And then it got picked up as a network show, and I just hated the people I was working with, and it was just contentious from the very beginning. And I didn't go back; they didn't want me back. Actually, I was fired from that one. That's the only show I've ever been fired from.
Um, so you've bounced around working in LA, Canada, you've been in Arizona, now here in Syracuse. Out of all these locations, even when you're filmmaking in Paris and you're the beautiful balconies and the rooftops, where has been your favorite location? I mean, what would you really define as home to you
Well, home is different. My favorite location is Paris.
professionally?
I mean, yeah,
Paris.
it's just fantastic to work here, to live there. But
But home,
home, I should bring my wife in on this because we have difference of opinion. I mean, I find something to love about everywhere I'm at. I mean, I I never wanted to leave New York City. Never wanted to do that. Got dragged to LA. Immediately loved LA. Like being on vacation every day for a while. Um, I love Tucson. It's Mexican and it's Native American and it's cowboys and it's artists and it's great. The desert, magical desert, and I love it here. It's like it's rain. It's rain and soon snow. And
it's a really unpopular opinion for anyone. Um, uh, Professor Lauer, in your career, this question carries a lot of weight to it. What do you believe your best mistake has been?
I opened my biggest mistake.
Your best mistake.
Best mistake. Yeah, that's good. Okay, interesting. My best mistake.
Mhm.
I think every mistake, every failure is important. It's something that that students need to understand. It's important to take chances and to fail. It's important. You have to fail to grow anywhere. It's not just like in an endeavor, like a creative endeavor, but in life. We only grow from mistakes. This is something that stories tell us again and again and again throughout history and around the world. Stories. You have a character who's lacking something, and they're forced to go on a journey of some kind of a quest. And during that quest, they are going to be brought to a low point. They're going to fail. Whatever they want is not going to work out. They're going to fail. And when they fail, they're going to be forced into a plan B. And that plan B is going to be to confront what they were lacking inside. You only change and you only grow through failure. Little or small or big in life and in art and in stories and in careers. My best failure, God, there's been so many. uh, uh, yeah, you know what? I would need to, yes, not reading The Sopranos. I'm a director in New York, and they're looking for New York directors. I was working on Strangers with Candy, and my agent sends me the pilot script for The Sopranos. They had shot it. But it hadn't aired yet, and they were looking for New York directors. And I never read it. I didn't read the damn thing because I was working around the clock on Strangers with Candy, and I just like I never got around to it. So I was never hired on. And I would have been perfect for that show. And Sex in the City, same thing. I had a meeting on Sex and the City early on to direct it, which is right up my alley. In fact, I'm working with that's who that's the same guy from Emily in Paris, and and I was working around the clock posting Strangers with Candy, and I had this meeting. Even forgot about the meeting. I get in a cab to go across to Queens to Long Island City to have this meeting on Sex and the City, and I had a second wave, right? A second wind. I'm like, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for this meeting. And I'm in the cab. We get stuck in traffic, and I'm just fade. And I realize, God, I never watched the episode. I never watched the pilot. I get to the Silver Cup Studios, and I walk in. I'm like, you guys, I'm so tired. I don't even know. I mean, I read the script. Like, I love the script. I didn't watch the pilot, and they just started laughing at it.
So you went into the quiz without studying, then?
Yeah. I went into the quiz without studying, failed, never got hired on it.
Professor Lauer, where do you see the future of filmmaking? I mean, this is a question that holds
AI.
a lot.
None of us are gonna.
Really?
It's all gonna be machine. No, it's I mean, AI is a big deal, and I don't really know what to think about it. I'm trying to learn more about it myself because it's never been even a factor in my life. But it will be a thing that's everyone's going to have to contend with. I would say it's in everybody's best interest to at least inform yourself about it. Don't whether you reject it or whatever. It's the printing press. It has happened, and if you're a scribe and you deny the printing press, well, you're going to be you're going to be on the outs. So I would say somehow or another learn how to be creative and don't lose yourself to this thing that is happening, but inform yourself about what it means. I'm trying to do it myself right now.
Mhm.
So it's a difficult time, no doubt.
Well, I mean, I was going to say, we've been hearing this a lot as students here at a establishment like Newhouse. I mean, it's a very difficult time to go into the entertainment industry. It's a very difficult time to go into film. I mean, what does that really mean? I mean, what?
Well, stories aren't going to go away, and we need them. They're how we guide ourselves. They're how stories are how we navigate life. Stories will not go away. It's not going to happen. It's just I guess the technical nature of how they happen. How do you monetize storytelling is a thing that's going to change because the old model of cables, and streaming is going to go, and it's going to, we don't really quite know what the next thing is going to be. Okay, the thing, if you want to tell stories, if you want to work in storytelling, you have to make stories, right? Writers write and directors direct, and so when I was your age, I went and saw a very prominent independent director speaking, and his name was John Sayles. Great independent filmmaker in the 1980s and 90s. And somebody asked me the question, well, what advice do you have for wannabe director? And he was kind of glib, and he said one word, said direct, which is glib, but it's true. So and back then it was hard because back then you had to like get film and process it and all that kind of stuff, steam bed to cut it on. But now it's super easy. Everybody can make can make content. It's so easy. A phone, and it's good, But the problem is that there's so many people doing it. How do you get seen? And I guess the first step is just to make stuff. Don't allow yourself to be intimidated
Mhm.
or the feeling everything has to be perfect. And going back to mistakes, right? Like make mistakes. I'll just give you one example. I had a student in the University of Denver 2 years ago. Uh, every 2-3 weeks, he would go off and he would just shoot with his friends. A 1 minute sketch or a 2 minute skip or something like that. He would do something every month. And it looked pretty crappy, but you see there was promise there, right? He was just trying. He was making the effort to try and fail, swing and a miss, swing and a miss. And about a year ago, he gets a hold of me, and he says, check out some of what I've been doing lately. And I go to his website. It's fantastic. He just by failing, you keep improving and improving and improving. And so I don't know what's going to happen to his content, but it is worthy. It is worthy of being seen by people and gaining audiences. How he's going to do that, I don't know. But he's doing the first step, which is just making stuff.
Mhm. My last question for you, Professor Lauer, is in 10 years, where do you see yourself in your professional career, but also your personal life?
I have an iron lung. Uh, in 10 years for me,
Retired?
uh,
Kick.
I'm retired now. But no, in 10 years for me, I'm going to be. Hopefully, I'm still teaching. But, my job at my point in life, I've been doing this for 40 years. Is my job is to, I believe, is to become an elder. Like to mentor, like take whatever I learned and just give it away. I think that's my job. I think that's the job of everybody in my place in life. That's what we're supposed to be doing, which is actually really why I'm here, and it's why I love teaching. It's one of I learn from my mistake, like make mistakes, but you don't have to make all those mistakes. You can save yourself some trouble. So 10 years from now, I hope I'm still teaching. I hope I'm still writing. I hope I'm not directing. I don't want to stand out in 14 hours of pissing rain and snow and burning heat. I don't need to do that. But I do want to write and direct.
Mhm.
I have a book.
You have a book? What is the name of your book?
Well, it's by Stephen King. It's called Fairy Tales. I'm reading that one right now. Oh, my book.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I've been like working on a book for you. It's just like fundamentals of directing. There's many of them out there, but I think I've got something.
And that's still in progress.
Yeah, but you're witnessing, actually, Henry. You're witnessing its evolution with every class.
I see. Professor Lauer, thank you so much for coming on today. I really appreciated your
It's a
time.
pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you for all your help.
Of course.
Rolling.
Sound is speeding.
Can you slow down, please? This is 28-1.
28-1.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sequence 78. I am your host, Joseph Sullivan. And tonight on the Sports Edition, winner stays on. All the way from Florida. On the blue corner, we got Benjamin. All the way from Long Island. On the red corner, we got Big Joe Timothy.
Evening, Ben. Ready to lose? I'm about to ask you the same thing, brother.
1-0, man. Right here. After tonight.
You know who's already want to know? Me. I got 2 words for you, Ben.
One.
I'm undefeated.
I got 3 words for you. One and done.
That's going to be you, brother. You better be going home to Florida after tonight.
You're going to drive a little short drive.
You know what? You might want to take this jacket off. It's getting a little hot down there. It's a little hot down there, brother. Yeah.
Everybody, stay tuned. These two are coming up next on a debate.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Sequence 78. Tonight we got Ben and Joe. So guys, which program do you think is wide receiver U?
I'm going to say Ohio State. I think just given their track record, we can go all the way back if we want. Chris Carter, Joey Galloway, to name a few. But if we want to go currently, Jackson Smith and Jigba, superstar, I would say on the making. Not right now, on the making. Who else? Chris Olave, Terry McLaurin. I mean, and you also just look at who they got coming up. Jeremiah Smith, he's going to be insane in the NFL. Cardinal Tate as well. Like they keep on loading up and reloading, and they always produce.
Well, no mention of Garrett Wilson is criminal. I will say I do think that wide receiver U is LSU. I mean, you look at arguably the 2 best receivers in the world are Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson, both LSU grads. And I mean, there's even on top of the top guys, there's a lot of really quality receiver depth in the NFL from LSU. It seems like almost every team just kind of has an LSU receiver as their second or third receiver. I mean, even guys like DJ Chark. The list of LSU receiver alumni is so long, and I think you combine that along with how heavy the talent at the top is. I mean, I just don't see any way it's not LSU.
All right. So, since we're talking about receivers, who do you guys think is the greatest wide receiver of all time?
It's got to be Jerry Rice. I mean, you talk about, guy who all-time leader in touchdowns, all-time leader receptions, all-time leader in yards. He had a 20 touchdown season, an 1,800 receiving yard season. Then you also talk about what he did in the playoffs. I mean, he has arguably been the greatest playoff performer in NFL history as a wide receiver. And, I mean, I just don't think there's really another option other than Jerry Rice. I think it's Jerry Rice and then anybody else.
Jerry Rice is a good one. I'm going to go a little bit more current. I'm going to go with Calvin Johnson, a.k.a. Megatron.
Megatron?
Yes,
as the
Megatron.
greatest to ever play the position?
Yes.
There's just no way you believe that.
Oh, 100%.
Why?
100%. All right. You look at who holds the current record for the most receiving yards in a single season. Calvin Johnson. A record that may never be broken again. And they've added a game, and it still has not been broken.
Jamar Chase came awfully close.
Didn't break it though, did he?
He did not.
He did not. I also just look at like his build, right? 6'5", insanely quick for how tall he was, and super athletic. I mean, he literally was like the meme of someone's down there, just throw it up, and he'll come down with it. I mean, the amount of like triple coverage, double coverage catches that he has made in his career was just astounding. And the crazy thing is, like, he retired early. Like, I think he was in his prime when he retired. It's just crazy to think what he could have done more if he didn't retire. And I think he gets kind of like thrown down there a little bit because he never won a Super Bowl. And I mean, you know, that's unfortunate, but I feel like if he won one, he would have been up there with the greats.
I mean, you talk about Megatron retiring early and, you know, the kind of what if, but we have a guy who is not a what if in Jerry Rice, who played for a very long time and was very, very productive for a very long time. He was by far the best receiver in the league pretty much the entire time he was there until the last couple of years. And, I mean, you're talking about a guy that did it year after year after year, perform at the top of his game. And you mix in the playoff success and the playoff performance. I mean, I just don't see how you think Megatron could be anywhere near Jerry Rice.
Have you seen anyone else double team like they have Megatron? I mean, do you remember the Saints clip where they are at the 1 yard line and it's like a punt formation where they have the two guys just absolutely double teaming him, hoping that he doesn't trying to make him not get the ball? I've never seen that before.
Have you seen
only with Megatron?
Have you seen a stat sheet ever that encapsulates more than one singular play? Because I think you ask any NFL GM out there that want a guy that can produce and give you numbers on more than just one play. Jerry Rice was the kind of guy you could throw to him any down, any distance, and he would go out and make a play. He would make an impact on the team. And if you think that defenses weren't throwing crazy coverages at Jerry Rice, I don't know what to tell you, Ben.
I didn't say that they weren't, but, I mean, you want to talk about a guy producing every single play. That was Megatron. I mean, every play you could count on him to do something. It didn't matter he was hurt or not. He would always produce. I mean, it was just it's an insane like what if, for sure. But I think even without that playoff Super Bowl success, he is still considered the greatest.
I don't think that he's anywhere close to number one.
That's the great thing about debates.
Thank
But
you.
do you guys think
Sure is.
the Patriots' schedule have any influence on them going to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, absolutely. We want to talk about Mickey Mouse easy schedules. The New England Patriots of this year definitely probably have the number one.
I'm sorry, did you just say definitely, probably?
Definitely.
Oh, okay.
2/3 of their schedule have coaches.
We have some technical difficulties. We'll be right back.
Not we'll be right back. We're back now.
Oh. Sorry guys, we have some technical difficulties, but we're back now.
We're back now.
One job, bro.
Sorry guys, we have some technical difficulties. We're back on now.
Sorry, guys. We had some technical difficulties, but now we're back.
Indeed, we are.
Ben, why don't you continue where you left off?
See how easy that is? See how fucking easy that is?
Wait, I didn't. So are we reestablishing the question, or?
I have no idea.
I didn't know.
Are we doing the question again, or
We should.
don't they start and we just edit me asking the question and then
Yeah,
answer?
that's fine. That's fine. They can like whatever.
Like start like.
What was the question?
So, do you guys think the Patriots had their schedule influence in any reason them going to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I would say absolutely the Patriots' schedule had an influence. You want to talk about Mickey Mouse? This is the definition of a Mickey Mouse schedule. Let's first talk about who they played, how 2/3 of their teams have fired their coach. I mean, if that's not like the easiest layup ever, I don't know what is. And I get that you play who's in front of you, but at some point it's like, okay, this is just kind of ridiculous. And then we want to talk about the playoffs. LA Chargers, they just completely dominated them. That was just a horrible performance by that Chargers team. Okay, I could see that. But Houston Texans right after, I mean, that game was in a monsoon. That was probably like the worst game turnover-wise I've ever seen. It was just insane, the amount of turnovers. Served by both teams, but, I mean, C.J. Stroud, just not a good QB. And then you talk about the Broncos, who at the time that was going to be their biggest competition. Oh, well, Bo Nix just gets hurt and can't play, and now Jarrett Stidham has to take over. He totally changed the game. And, I mean, it was just a walk in the park for them.
I think it's a flawed question to start with, because any team ever is influenced by their schedule. Like the more interesting question, which you did answer, is more so about was their schedule a cakewalk? I think that's more so the question that we're getting at here that you answered, and. You did allude to it in the fact that you have to play who's in front of you, but also, I mean, it's not like this is some bad football team. I mean, the Patriots are a great team. They have a very, very good defense. They're very strong on special teams. They have a decent offensive line. They've got a few weapons that they can go to, and they're just a team that wins games. And they've won games against really good teams. They've won games against really bad teams, and to the point of how many coaches have been fired. I mean, how many coaches period have jobs who started the season last season going into next season? I mean, half the NFL has fired their coaches. I don't think that's necessarily a true stat. I mean, that stat hides the fact that they played the Bills twice.
And the Jets.
Well, it doesn't cover the Jets because the Jets still have Aaron Glenn. The Jets are terrible, mind you, but
they played them 2 times.
They did, but your damning stat here is, they've 2/3 of the teams they played have fired their head coaches. Everyone is firing their head coaches right now. Like, we are seeing a turnover rate in coaching at football that we've never seen in a professional sport in North America. I mean, it's unprecedented how many coaches and how frequently coaches are getting fired in the NFL. And it's not like the Patriots have only played bad teams. I mean, they got themselves to the playoffs. They had a fantastic season. They have 14 wins, something like that. They had they had a fantastic regular season. They came into the playoffs and they played some really, really tough defenses. You talk about the turnovers in that monsoon game. Those are 2 really strong defenses going at each other, and in less than ideal conditions. And the Patriots defense won out. Right? It's not coincidence. Same thing with the Broncos. I mean, I don't know how you feel about Bo Nix as a quarterback. I don't think he's that good. I think the defense carried the Broncos like they always do this season, and the Patriots came out and played a better defensive game than the Broncos did. And, I mean, you talk about that L.A. game. I mean, that was just domination, pure and simple. That was really showing, the Patriots who they are at their best. And, I mean, granted, I don't think that going into the season anyone expected Pats versus Seahawks in the Super Bowl. But, I mean, this is still a team that is going to play whoever's in front of them, and they're going to be able to contend any game they play because of how strong their defense and how strong their special teams is.
Yeah, but you cannot tell me that Bo Nix not playing and it had no impact in that game.
No, of course that impact. But at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, the game is played on 2 sides of the ball with 11 players each, and Jarrett Stidham stinks. Like, he's not a good quarterback. But I also don't think that Bo Nix is that good of a quarterback. I don't think that downgrade is, like, as insane as people are making it out to be. And, again, at the end of the day, that Denver defense just couldn't do enough to stop that Drake May-led offense.
Very good takes. And talking about football and everything, what is your guys' take on how should they fix the Pro Bowl?
Get rid of it. It's so pointless now. It is so menial. I literally, at the time of filming this, the Pro Bowl was this past weekend. I didn't even realize. No one talks about the Pro Bowl anymore because it doesn't matter. I mean, we're letting literally anybody play in there. Chris Bush, our amazing cameraman right now, I mean, we were like 2 injury call-outs away from Chris starting in the Pro Bowl. And, I mean, I love Chris. No offense to Chris, but, like, Chris, I don't even know when the last time you took a snap was. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's get rid of it, honestly. Like, I don't think it has any point. I can't imagine it's that profitable for the NFL at this point because I don't think anybody watches it. Nobody cares. And at the end of the day, like, when we look back on it, we look back on, these quote-unquote all-stars, and really they're just like a little star on the page just signifying that player was really good that year. Like, no one looks at all-star or Pro Bowl game stats in any sport. Like, those are not things that people care about, that people know off the top of their heads. It's exhibitions. It's really no different than preseason at a certain point, and especially now when the best players aren't even playing. So I just don't think the Pro Bowl really has like a place other than the fact that it gives the Super Bowl teams an extra week of rest.
I would agree that it's pointless, but I wouldn't agree that they should get rid of it. I think they should incorporate some type of way. What way, I really don't know. But they should incorporate some type of way where it matters again. And an idea I had was maybe throw it into the middle of the season. Maybe you have like a mid-season break where you have like the current stars up to that midpoint battle out in some type of Pro Bowl game. I also I think if they were to do that route, take away the skills competition, just do it, make it a 11-on-11 game, and bring back tackling. I think that's what made it just so poor, was when all the players just did not try.
See, I hear you and I understand that take, but at the same time, if you put it in the middle of the season, no one's going to play in it. I mean, guys don't play in it now because it's pointless. Since at the end of the season, only 2 teams are left playing. Now, in the middle of a season, guys are not going to risk their entire season when they want to win Super Bowls to play in the Pro Bowl. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make any sense. It's just the Pro Bowl has literally become useless at this point in time. And I agree, get rid of the skill challenge because we've seen some really bad performances in those. And that is just an embarrassment for the NFL if, your best players are out here doing poorly at skill games.
I think though they have to make it mean something again. I don't know what that is, but
I don't think there is a way to make it mean something.
maybe have some type of postseason incentive. What? I don't know. I don't know how that would work. That's not my job to figure out. But they have to make it mean something.
Someday.
Who knows?
Someday it'll be your job, Ben. One day, when the Pro Bowl's back, you'll have one man to thank.
All right. So, guys, since we're talking football, let's go back to college football. Out of the last 5 Natty winners, what's the best overall team out of them all?
I mean, without a doubt, to me, it's that 2022 Georgia squad that went undefeated. I mean, that team was so complete. It was such a wonderfully constructed roster, especially for the era of which it was in, kind of floodgates bursted open on NIL. I mean, you talk about a team that had a really strong offensive line, had depth at that line, had a defensive front that was arguably the best in college football, really strong secondary, and you had arguably the best tight end room of the decade with Brock Bowers and Darnell Washington. I mean, the only thing that team really didn't have was a top shelf receiver, but they made do without it because they had 4 running backs that they regularly rotated in that season, and all of them were very, very productive players. They were all getting, over 4 yards per carry. I think 3 of them had over 5 yards per carry. I mean, it was just a really efficient offense that moved the ball really well, and the team was beautifully constructed because you had Stetson Bennett, perhaps the game manager of all college football game managers, and you didn't have to worry about him trying to make a crazy throw to a receiver who was really good because he didn't really have that. It was just move the ball up, use your tight ends, run the ball, and then let the defense, the special teams do the rest. I mean, that team was so fantastic, and they showed it that season.
It's a good team, but I would say 2023 Michigan Wolverines.
Why?
In the last 5 years? You just talk about quarterback position. J.J. McCarthy. In college, he was a stud. Right, we don't need to talk about NFL right now, but in college, he was a stud. Their running back room: Donovan Edwards, Blake Corum, two of the best, probably dual-headed monsters that we've seen in college football in a long, long time. And then let's flip it to the best part of that team, which was the defense. You talk about Will Johnson, NFL, Mike Sainristil, NFL, Mason Graham, NFL. They had so many guys that kind of fit their role, but were also like really good as well, that made it into the league. And it was a dominant team. And I mean, you talk about like the way they played in the playoffs. It was just dominating Alabama, dominating Washington. It was just an all-around domination by that team. So that's my pick.
All right, everybody. Well, I'm your host, Joseph Sullivan. Thank you, Joe and Ben, for coming and having this debate. We'll be right back, and I'll see you again.
One, two, three, four. I don't wanna see you cry. It's so easily avoidable, or so it seems. I just wanna see you try to open up and talk to me with no extremes. Circle to come back around and find things were only better in my mind. Falling out of place with you, baby, so don't let go. Calling out your name and I'm saying it can't be so. There was a time where you were sweet and kind, but then you took me off your mind, and I don't know just where I'll be. Oh! Why's nothing got to do with me? Is it so hard to understand that I am on your side? I just wanna see you happy, but when I'm reaching out my hand, you're occupied. Sometimes being right is being wrong. Anything so we can get along. Falling out of place with you, baby, so don't let go. Calling out your name and I'm saying it can't be so. There was a time when you were sweet and kind, but then you took me off your mind, and I don't know just where I'll be. Oh! Destined to be forever confined to the farthest corner of my mind. I guess I got nothing left to show, but that doesn't mean it's time to go. No. so don't let go. Calling out your name and I'm saying it can't be so. There was a time where you were sweet and kind, but then you took me off your mind. And you don't know that it kills me. Ow!
That was called Falling Out of Place, and this one's called Billy. Miles to see what a little time alone might do for me. You disagree, really thinking who I wanna be, living for now, driving off into a little world of mine. I don't know how to find the time. When I stop for a little, I start to lose my mind. I think about it all the time, and you can't hear me. I just need a break or a little, just to realize that I will always find when you're not near me. I can't fly, searching for a simple way out. Find a little time to find myself again, seeing the doubt and thinking what could have been. When I stop for a little, I start to lose my mind. I think about it all the time, and you can't hear me. I just need a break or a little, just to realize that I will always find when you're not near me. I can't fall asleep for now. I'll make it up to her somehow. This next one is a single that's going to be out soon. It's called Don't You.
Don't you lecture me. Don't tell me how to be. We've heard it all before, and tied between the lies, waiting and waiting for you to say goodnight. Don't call my phone, but she's alone. When she cries, she sounds like you make my heart ache. You are such a snake. We've heard it all before. You slither through the grass, waiting and waiting for a hard time to pass. Don't call my phone, but she's alone. When she cries, she sounds like starting to regret the sweatshirt, guys. It's dawning on me. Maybe that wasn't the best thing. This one's one of our favorites, and it's also out. It's called Come Back Tonight.
window underneath the stairs, thinking about the memories that we made there. I won't ask for much, but I need it so. She's all I ever asked for, ever asked for, ever asked for. Come home from my job, see someone I don't know. Brought him to our house, let him overthrow. Going to a friend's place, don't know what to say. I show up all alone, my baby's gone, my baby's gone away. Oh! Oh, and it's not right. I hope you're coming back tonight. Oh, and it's not right. I hope you're coming back tonight. Yeah. Time has passed me by, and now there's nothing left. I'm holding in my air, I hold on to your breath. Looking at old photos, so easy to burn. Start the fire and I'll never go back, never have to learn. No! Oh, and it's not right. I hope you're coming back tonight. Oh, and it's not right. I hope you're coming back tonight.
Thanks for sitting with us through that ending. We like hearing the noise. Oh. Yeah. All right. Excuse me. All right. We've been Stealing Signs. Thank you so much. This one is gonna be out in some point in time. It's called Untitled. That's how far along we are.
hide behind the blinds, hoping no one finds all your clothes laid out on the floor, so damp. Ice cold shower slow drips into your bone. You try and make a disguise for it. Can you hold it in when it falls apart? When horizons crying out for knuckles painted white, holding nothing tight, and the stomach sinking to itself. What I'm waiting for is behind the door. I'm alive and thinking that I'm alright. Can you hold it in when it crumbles down and you're feeling like you start to drown?
that's it from us. Thank you.